Hello everyone. Today's video is a top 5 list of the venues I have boxed at. And I found it really interesting actually going through where I boxed and picking them out. I boxed in some really nice places, to be honest. We're going to start off with the ones, as always, that missed out. The one that missed out for Don Valley Stadium. In my debut there, it's been knocked down now. I think it's I passed it the other day actually. Where GBM and Mark Schumann did one at Cannon Medical Arena, I think it's called. Don Valley were just like maybe 200-300 yards away from there. I think it's like a university place now. It's got a special place for me because it was my debut, and it wasn't even a bad venue at all, to be honest. It was like an indoor running track. They just put the ring on the middle of it. So it weren't nothing flash or nothing, but it held quite a few because it was a big old place. I had to mention it. Ponds Forge. Ponds Forge for the reason, really, when I was a young pro, I think it was Mick Hennessy who used to do loads of shows there. I watched Kid Galahad there, I think. I watched Ryan Rose win a European title fight there. I think that was after, I'm not sure I even had a fight at that point, amateur, I'm not even sure I had. So I finally boxed there in 2021. And I really enjoyed it because obviously I've been to that venue so many times watching all these really good fighters, and I thought, oh, this is nice. I've always wanted to box here. And the other one that missed out was the Dome de Palais when I boxed Tony Yoka in France. It was nice. It was similar to... It had like a Leeds Arena feel to it, but it was like... It was shut off only on one side, so... It was like... There was nothing to the back of us, but to the left, the right, and then straight on, it was packed out. Tony Yoka, he got a big crowd in, to be honest. It was a really nice venue. And more than that, we stayed in a place in Paris called Levallois. Beautiful. The hotel was beautiful. It was a quite nice area. So as well as the venues, obviously, you've got to take into consideration fight week hotels and stuff, because that's very important. And over in Paris, we were looked after really, really well. It was a nice hotel. It was like a private area where we stayed as well. Like no one really got there was no one about really. Really, really, really enjoyed it. But it didn't make the top 5 because it wasn't at home. I love boxing in the UK. The atmosphere wasn't as good. It was probably pro Yoka, so it didn't make the top 5. But my top 5 in no order. I want to start with Sheffield Arena. I boxed Sheffield Arena so many times. I think five times maybe. The first time I boxed Sheffield Arena was my third pro fight, actually. I boxed on an Amir Khan undercard on a Golden Boy show. Yeah, mad. Don't know how that happened. Fight week, basically, I just got weighed in. I met everyone at the weigh-in. Deontay Wilder, Audley Harrison, first met IFL there. But I didn't get to stay in the hotel. But when I started boxing for Matchroom, we stayed in the Mercure in the middle of Sheffield. I love the Mercure. I had some great times in the Mercure, to be honest. So yeah, Sheffield Arena. I love Sheffield Arena. Obviously, it was the nearest arena to home most of the times. Obviously, I've lived everywhere. But I love Sheffield Arena. Like a home fixture. And when I boxed Leonard Thomas in the rematch, it was packed out at like 7:30. It was amazing. So Sheffield Arena, yeah, special place for me. Newcastle Arena as well. Another one that's like a home fixture. I live about 2.5 hours away from Newcastle now. 2.5, 3 hours away maybe. But Newcastle Arena is like a home fixture. I probably sold more tickets at Newcastle than I did at Sheffield, actually. I don't even know why that is. I went to Newcastle. I used to do a bit of work for my mate, and it was often in Newcastle. Like, I didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot of work, to be honest. I weren't a great worker. We had a good crack on that. Like a labourer, kind of. This is like 2020, 2021. And I went in Greg's once, and people were in there asking me for pictures. Was I boxing at the time? I'm not sure. Every time I go to Newcastle, I get stopped more in Newcastle than anywhere. It's like being in my own village. It's weird. I love it all there. And Newcastle Arena, I boxed there 3 times. The first 2 times I boxed there, no one outside my own house knew who I was anyway. But the last time I boxed there, when I boxed Nebo, probably the best night of my boxing career, really. You know, obviously Nebo wasn't the greatest fighter in the world, but the atmosphere in the crowd was unbelievable, like emotional, really. So yeah, Newcastle Arena is an amazing arena as well. On the outside, it don't look the biggest place or whatever. It's not like the O2 or Manchester Arena, but it's just an unbelievable place. Next is Manchester Arena. I've been looking to watch there twice. I watched Luis Ortiz there and Bracamonte. And in Newcastle Arena, we stayed at the Crown Plaza, actually. Crown Plaza is a nice hotel. The Hilton's nice there on the river. The Hilton at the top, that's a nice place. I stayed there when I boxed at the Hilton. So they're nice hotels. I like a nice hotel. They're nice hotels. The MEN, yeah. I boxed there twice. Bracamonte and Ortiz. Manchester Arena's fucking ginormous. Wow. Big place. Yeah, I really like Manchester Arena. When I boxed Ortiz, it weren't very busy. When I boxed Bracamonte, it probably wasn't the busiest either. As a fan, I do like Manchester Arena. I went to watch Catterall box last year. I've been a few times. I like Manchester Arena. When I boxed at Manchester, we stayed at the Radisson, which I think is opposite the Albert Schloss place. The Radisson's wonderful. Proper wonderful. Manchester Fight Week is up there. And then we've got Leeds Arena. I boxed at Leeds Arena once. I boxed Dylan White there. Leeds Arena, for me, like, maybe as a spectator, I think is my favourite place to watch boxing. I genuinely think that. I watched Warrington a few times. A mixture of Warrington's support, making atmosphere, and just the layout of it. The layout of Leeds Arena is amazing. Like, it's all on one side. It's weird. The noise is deafening. It's I really like Leeds Arena, actually. Probably my favourite place to watch boxing. And I enjoy boxing there. Fight week, I was at home all week, so I didn't stay anywhere there. And then we got the O2. I boxed at the O2 4 times, I think. I boxed Dave Howe. Then I boxed Nick Webb. Then Lucas Brown. Then David Price. I've headlined the O2 Arena. Been chief support on pay-per-view against Price. Beat Webb on pay-per-view. And beat Howe on pay-per-view. So he had done 3 pay-per-view shows at the O2. The O2 is amazing. It is an amazing place. The first time when I boxed Dave Howe, I was in I think like a travel lodge. Then I boxed Nick Webber, got in the Novotel, and then when I boxed Brown and Price, finally got in the Intercontinental Hotel, which is the second best hotel I've ever stayed in. To be honest, the best one was in New York. But when I got in the Intercontinental, I'd made it. But the night I bought the time I boxed Lucas Brown, I turned up on the Tuesday. I turned up a day early. I don't know why. I turned up a day early. I only booked in. I had to pay for myself 270 quid it were to stay on a Tuesday night. I was like, what you mean? I thought, what you mean? I'm not booked. I had to pay myself. I was fuming. But yeah, the O2 is mad. The best thing about the O2 is you're in the hotel in Intercontinental, but it's joined on to the O. Like, I can't even explain the O2. There's shops in there. It's mad. Where I'm from, there's nothing like the O2. There's like an arena in there, a little arena. There's shops, restaurants. It's mad. It's mad. I know, obviously, people watching this that's probably not mad to you. Mad. And there's like a waterfall water feature in the pool area. Amazing. Amazing. The O2, oh my God. Yeah, there's restaurants, shops. There's all sorts in there. It's crazy. I'm not a fan of the Tube, though. But anyway, I'm going to order them 1 to 5. I'm more bothered about the hotels on Fight Week than probably the venue, really. When I got to the Radisson at Manchester, couldn't believe it. You know, like you get like soap and that. Mate, this was proper soap. Proper shower gel and that. As I got older, I ended up making some good money in that, but I still never had any good soap at home. But you go to these places, crazy. Anyway, and you know what I did enjoy? The Village Hotel in Hull. There was a Costa in there. It was mad. A Costa in like a pub in a hotel. And a gym. Mad. If I never boxed, I would have never seen the world, to be honest. I would have never ever seen the world. I've seen things boxing I could not believe. A Costa in a hotel, I was absolutely baffled. But anyway, number 5, I'm going to have to go the MEN, I'm afraid, because as big as it is, it's not at home, and as much as I love the Radisson, the other places I just love more. I think 4, Leeds Arena, as great as it is, it's not at home. 3, I'm going to have to go Sheffield Arena. I love Sheffield Arena. It's like home. 2, the O2, as great as the indoor shopping centre and like this mad soap is, number 1 has to be Newcastle Arena. Newcastle, the people in Newcastle on October 13, 2018 gave me a night I'll never forget. So unbelievable, really. When you look at them 5 I mentioned, you got the Dome de Palais. You know, I boxed at Hull Ice Arena. I stayed in a hotel with a Costa in there. It was mad. I'm still baffled now. I'd like to go back, really, just to stay there. I might just see if I can go and stay there sometime. Where else have I boxed? I boxed other places as well. When I boxed in Matchroom, I always wanted to. I'd love to box in Birmingham. The one place I've missed that I would like to box at is probably the Echo in Liverpool. I'd like to box at the Echo. I'd like to box in Birmingham. When I think about things I still want to do in my career, probably boxing in places like I want to box in Birmingham, in Liverpool, in America. I'm about to tick Saudi off. That's what's left for me, really. You know, at this point, I'd like to have experiences and box in all the different places. So yeah, people saying, "Oh, you're done and you're not got any younger." I have, because I want to box in Birmingham and Liverpool, and don't underestimate a man's desire to box in places. But that's my list. Yeah, hopefully that was an insight to Fight Week. Fight Week's good, you know. I put a video on Fight Week. You get driven everywhere. You get money for food. It's amazing, really. Yeah. But anyway, that's my top 5 venues. I have boxing plus 3. It's like a top 8, really.